So guys, we got this 2011 Dodge Caliber. The lady says that it dies all the time. They put a new battery in. I didn't see the dome light go on. See if we can got nothing. So I guess what I'll do is I have to bring my truck over here. See if we can charge this battery up a little bit. And of course it's the coldest day. I think she was supposed to bring this like 2 days ago. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, so it is a new battery. At least it looks like a new battery. And they're loose. They're all loose. Well, that isn't good. There's your problem, lady. Still got no power, but bet you that isn't helping. I'm gonna go get probably just grab a meter. Probably be quicker. See what our battery voltage is, and I'll bring my truck over. So guys, I got the battery terminals all tight. This one was severely loose. This one was loose. That one back there was loose. I think this one was tight. But I also noticed that the bolt down here to hold the battery in isn't even tightened down. Like the battery just flops around in here. So we're gonna get the jumper cable set up here. It's freezing today. So that thing must have been stone dead. So we're gonna have to let this sit here for a little bit, see, because we're charging at 5.3 amps. Make sure we got a good connection here. Let's see. The light inside lights up. So we'll just let this shoot here for a little bit. We'll come back, see, we're almost up 10 amps because I opened the door. So I'll come back in a little bit. So guys, I got the car running. We're idling. It started up pretty easily. I don't know if the battery's not fully charged or not. Because like it stopped taking current from my truck, which I thought was odd because it was like stone dead. So I'm not really sure. You can see our target voltage is at 14.27, and our voltage sense is at 14.5. So I'm going to turn everything on here. We'll turn our lights on. So that took us up to the 42. We'll turn the defroster on. Turn the heater on, the radio. Put our high beams on. And we got a blend door motor bed, and we'll turn on our hazard lights. So we're up to, it's going up to 70. We'll put it in gear so we can get some more load on this engine. So really that it can handle all this stuff on. So that's good. Let's put our dome lights on. So we got our dome lights on too. Use our window. So it can definitely keep up here. Not a problem. Turn all this stuff off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this car, I'll let this car run for a little bit. And then we'll take it inside and then we'll do some tests on the battery. Just want to turn everything off so if it does have to charge some, it can. But yeah, I think that might be a good duty cycle. But we'll see what it stabilizes as. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just because of loose battery cables. So guys, I brought the car inside. It's been running for like an hour now. We're still at like 37% duty cycle. There's our target voltage, 13.9. Voltage sense, 14.1. And I'm connected after the battery, my amp clamp, and we're seeing 14 to 20 volts. I mean 14 to 20 amps getting consumed by the car. And if we go on this side, and I gotta set you down real quick. If we go on that side, did that not close? My amp clamp didn't close. There we go. You'll see pretty much the same current. So the battery's not really taking any charge right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move this back. It's so easy to get around battery cables when the battery's just sitting here flopping around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some voltage leads and we're going to connect to the battery before I shut this off, and we're going to see what our voltage actually is at the battery. So I got my voltage now for the battery. We're at 14.10. And what does it say on here? Pretty much 14.10. Jumps around a little bit. So I'm going to shut the car off. I'm going to see what this drops down to. Like we got out, and I'll change my scaling here a little bit. Are we too high for a 1 amp? Go to 2 amp skew. Oh, and now we just dropped down below 1 amp. So I'm going to let this sit here. Right now we're at half an amp. Draw batteries at 12.97. Now we just dropped down to 0.1. Let me change my scaling here. Let's put filtering on so this looks a lot nicer. Doesn't jump around as much. So I'm going to take this off, re-zero it. We won't get exactly 0, so we're at what, 12 milliamps? We still got some draw. I'm gonna let this sit. We'll see what it goes down to. And then after this sits for a little bit, we'll do a test on the battery. So guys, it's only been a couple minutes, but it's at 61. I tried re-zeroing it, and it pretty much goes to 18. And then if I try re-zeroing it, we can sometimes get down to 12, 18. So if I connect this back on right here, so the car is consuming like what, 40 milliamps according to this. So that is like perfect. It's not that accurate when you get down to these low scales like this. Oh, something's turned on. I wonder if that's the like a leak detection pump or something. Yeah, you can see the spikes. Sorry about that, I accidentally stopped recording, but now it dropped down to 24. We take this off, see 12. So we're down to 10 milliamps or so. That is usually what you see on modern cars when you use like a multimeter. So I'm gonna let this sit here. I'll probably Actually, we can do it now. Let me save this file. Save as, what are we going to call this? 2012. I'm going to pause this while I save this. Okay, so I just saved it. So what I'm going to do is actually I don't have to because it just reset. So just going to let it sit here like this for a while. And we'll see what happens with all our currents. See how high they spike up. But we might even have noise here from the lights around the shop and everything, because there's a lot of fluorescent lights. So we'll just let it sit here, see what happens. As long as we don't see like a huge spike of like 50 amps for a while. We can even set this to a longer time base here. Let's see, we'll do that. So we'll just let it sit here, and I'll come back and let you guys know what happened. So guys, it's been probably almost an hour now, and the current didn't go up on the low amp clamp. The high amp clamp kept drifting, and every time I disconnected and connected it would do like a little spike. So we're going to take the low amp clamp off, see if it's still zeroed. No, it's not zeroed. It's skewed. So there we go. We'll go back to 18. Connect it back up. So yeah, we're good. And look at our battery voltage. It's staying at pretty much 12.9. So we have like no current draw going out of this battery. So I'm going to get my battery tester. We're going to quickly do a test on this. And see if it's good. It should be good since it's a brand new battery. So guys, I just did a battery test. So 708 CCAs, and I don't really trust these too much. I'm going to change my amp clamp up to, we're going to do 1 amp. 1 volt in a high amp clamp. We're going to start this up. Let's see. We'll do a system test here too. Let's see. Oh, did I pick the wrong thing? No, I did system test. Oh, I missed next. Start engine. Let's see, what do we show over here? So our max current was I think we were up. What were we up to? So we hit probably almost 700. Let's see. Let's show our cursors. So we went down to 11 volts. This is 11.9. And what was our current? Oh no, it went down to 10.39 according to that. I think they're just off the peak. And 639 amps. I'm off of it a little bit, so it ain't that on. There we go. Got that. We'll go next. I want to move my amp clamp over to 60 amp scale. I'll move this. I'll re-zero this. There we go, we got that. We'll load the engine up. Oh, load's off. So I'm going to go through this since I got to hold the throttle and stuff, and then we'll come back. So guys, here's the test. It did say that it went down below 10 volts, according to that, but it says our ripple's 50 millivolts. And on here with full load, we're pulling 60 amps. So this is full load right now. I got the high beams on, the rear defroster, the heater's on high, and the radio's on. So I'd say this is doing pretty good. Let's turn this stuff off and we'll see. We'll see what we're at. Get everything off. Okay, see we're 20 amps. Oh no, sorry about that. We're like, what, 36 amps? 30 to 36? I don't know if this thing's skewed again. Nope. Yeah, it's saying average of 33. So guys, I think this thing's fun. I think our only issue was loose battery cables. Hope you guys like it. See you later. So guys, I tightened the bolt down there. Battery no longer moves. Look at that. And she also needs a new air filter. Kind of looking gray. So guys, I just cleaned up all the battery terminals too. They're all nice and clean now. So there shouldn't be any issues.